Welcome home, everybody. We are tonight out for a stroll at Springbank Park. Thought we would bring up the topic of purchasing resale points. The sites we tend to look at for them are the timeshare store, DVC by resale, and resale DVC. We currently have an offer that was accepted on a Saratoga Springs contract. One of the things we do get asked is, but if you buy resale, how much is it going to cost? Well,
it can vary.
Yeah, the nice thing is when we look for contracts, and this is something that we would recommend to everyone, go through, look for A, the resort you want, and B, the number of points you're looking for, and make sure you check how many points are available in the current use year, if there's any banked points coming up, and your price per point will be listed, what the seller is asking. The other thing that people don't always know about, you can negotiate. So you can actually negotiate the price, which is what we did. So our last contract that we just put an offer in on that was accepted was selling for $135 a point at Saratoga. It was 100 or 150. I forget how many points. Anyway,
good amount.
100 and plus points anyway. They were asking $135 a point. We offered
105.
95 first. They countered with 125. I came back with 105, and the offer was accepted. And the seller is also paying the dues for the next year, but we are paying closing costs. So those are other things that you can also offer in your offers to make it so that it comes back again a little bit more affordable for you. So those are some things to definitely look for.
And there is financing.
Yes. You can finance your contract through Monera, or you can go see your personal bank here in Canada or in the US and see about getting a line of credit, things like that, so that you can work on it that way and finance it through that. Or if you have a home equity line of credit or something, you can pull the cash from there. But there's definitely lots of ways to go about it and have the money for the points. But,
and with the home resort that you get, you can book at least 11 months in advance.
Yes.
If you want to book other ones, it's about 7.
It's 7 months. Yep. So.
And a fine print that most people probably won't tell you is if you do buy resale and it's not a Riviera, you can't stay at a Riviera. But if you buy resale of a Riviera, you can only use those points for Riviera.
Yes.
Sadly.
Exactly.
That's how it is.
So, she's right. There's definitely some stipulations with buying resale over buying direct.
At the end of the day, you're going to go to the magical place, most magical place on earth.
Yes.
But if you did buy direct, which that one you can, but with resale, it's a little bit more of a budget-friendly thing.
Yes, it's definitely geared towards people that aren't too worried about certain perks, and it's definitely a financial boon for those that want to save a few bucks and still have the ability to stay in the deluxe resorts and use points. So definitely some things to think about and to look at.
And also pointing out which resorts usually are the more higher cost of ones to for the resale. The ones that are really popular and can be high in price would be Grand Floridian. What would be some other ones?
Poly. Grand Californian, and the new Disneyland Hotel. Those are higher, but Disneyland Hotel, there isn't really anything resale yet because it just started selling. But yeah, so Grand Floridian, Bay Lake Tower started coming down. Copper Creek is another one that can be a little bit up there, price per point. Even on the resale market, it's still one that's a little bit higher. I think primarily because the location, the Magic Kingdom, Poly's another one that's quite high, and the fact that with Copper Creek, Boulder Ridge, you get the cabins that are right on the water.
Which we have a video of that on our YouTube channel. I would recommend checking that out.
Yep. We have a video of the cabin on the water. It's a 2-bedroom, has a hot tub on the patio, so you can turn the music for the fireworks on, listen to that while you watch fireworks from your hot tub. But yes, there's different levels for everyone, and it also allows you to buy a small contract. So say you go every couple of years, so you buy a small 50-point contract. It's going to have a little bit higher premium per point, because those are kind of desirable for people, but you're looking at spending, you know, $3,000 to $6,000 instead of 15 to 20. So,
and if you pay a monthly of, like, let's say $300 a month, and you stay at Disney for a week, that's $300 at Disney.
Yeah.
Versus what you'd be paying in cash.
Exactly.
So to try to point out to people, like, people thinking it's expensive, but you can budget it.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you stay at a deluxe resort, you can actually, and if you are driving there or whatever, you can go to Walmart or somewhere and get groceries and eat in versus eating out, which, yes, I will admit, there's great food places around there, like Polite Pig or Golden Corral or anywhere around. But if you are on a budget, Walmart and your built-in kitchen.
Yeah, so 1-bedroom and up has full kitchens.
And washer and dryers.
Yeah.
So you can do your laundry before having to do it at home.
Yes. Now your studio is going to have a coffee maker, toaster, microwave, and a small, like a bar fridge, a little bit bigger than bar fridge, with a small freezer in it. So there's the ability to still make lunches, have breakfast, stuff like that. Keep some pop or water or whatever in your fridge and keep it cold. So there's definitely benefits for DVC over your standard rooms. And the other nice thing that DVC and buying resale will allow you these perks as well. It gets you into the Members Moonlight Magic.
Those are also, so much fun.
Yes, those are 4 times a year. Also allows you to take advantage of the evening extra magic hours, which only deluxe and DVC resort guests get access to.
An example is we did the Moonlight Magic at Epcot this year, on the same day as our vow renewal, and I got to go on the Guardians ride. Waited maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes versus the standby or you having to do the genie thing. And that ride, I love the ride. You are okay with the ride, which is fine. We all have our own favorites, but it was amazing to get that kind of nice silver platter feel of you're able to go on that ride without having to wait. But no, that was doing the Epcot. You got to be on most of the rides. Nothing past, I think, Norway and Ratatouille, because the rest were all non-riding pavilions, I'm assuming. Yeah.
So the rest had shows in them. So.
2 years before that, we did Animal Kingdom. So most everything but the safaris were open. So, and that was really neat to experience.
Yes.
As well. I'm hoping to. I hope that they'll have one for Hollywood Studios sometime and the Magic Kingdom to cross them all off the list.
Yep. They also do a water park. They do a Member Moonlight Magic for the water parks as well. So
that would be nice for the nice warm evening.
Yes.
In the summertime.
Yep.
That would be an excuse to go.
Yes. So there is definitely lots of perks to buying DVC through resale. Primarily the biggest perk, honestly, is the cost per point and being able to negotiate the price per point. One of the things is you have, with Disney doing it resale, Disney has right of first refusal. So the seller may accept your offer. It goes to Disney. It takes them between 30 and 45 days, and they will decide whether or not that price per point is good enough for them to decide to buy it. So if they do, then Disney takes those points and pays the seller, and you get to start over. So that is one of the downfalls, but we have not run into that yet with the number of resale contracts we purchased. So we're batting 1,000 so far, but we'll see on this one.
Yeah. And our goal for the next one to eventually get after this one is, I don't know. There's so many options.
Yeah. I think we're going to probably look Copper Creek or Bay Lake for the next one. We're probably looking at about 160 points or up for our next one. Got to build inventory so that people that want to rent points to see whether or not they like DVC can make that decision. And then if they do, hopefully that puts them in a position to go and then purchase points themselves, whether it be resale or direct.
Some active life around here.
Yes, a little skunky skunk walking through the park. But yeah, so if you have any questions in regards to the resale and direct purchase, we'll be happy to answer them. This is going to be a two-part video. So this is the beginning where we talk about the starting stages of how you go about finding the contracts, the companies to look for, things like that. You will be required to put about a 10% deposit down when the offer is accepted. It is fully refundable. So for example, say you need to back out for some reason, or Disney ends up buying the points instead of you getting them, then that money is fully refundable. So you're covered that way too. So you're not actually out anything. So if you have any questions, drop a comment below. We'll be happy to answer them for you. And when we close, if this doesn't get bought out by Disney, when we close, we will also cover off some of the plus and minus sides of the perks, what you do get and what you don't get by buying resale compared to buying direct. So stay tuned and have a great night and welcome home.